Today it is time for more Umineko. I'm fine. We're gonna be playing more Umineko today. We're gonna see if Erica fucks herself over completely by doing dumb shit, which, you know, it's Erica. That seems totally possible. I forgot I don't have any fucking insulin. Shit. Hi, Art. Okay, gotta do this thing. Okay, good. Open up, go downwards. Hi, Zane. Enjoy the opening while I do a diabetic thing. Come on. Done? Okay, looks like it's done. Good. I fucking clicked the wrong button. Sorry, need to get some insulin. Okay. Okay, time to go. Hi, Victor. Hey, did I not save? Oh, it is. Oh no, I'm fine. I did save. I was legitimately worried there for a second, like, oh, did I forget to fucking save? Time to kick Erica in the face. Zane, I'm quite sure it's more likely that Erica's gonna end up kicking herself in the face, considering what she's like. Valor hung suspended by Delanor's red longsword. Vito had disappeared by having her existence denied, and her minions had disappeared too. Now that they had disappeared from this cathedral, only Nachi and the witches convicting her remained. So, you still claim that Kinzo's alive remains somewhere on this island? Yes, I do. Father is in good health. No matter what anyone says, I will not change my statement. The Retros and Fruits games say that Kinzo is already dead. But that's not decides with you, right, Bern? Yeah, that's right. I'm after a perfect victory. So there's nothing interesting about getting a checkmate just because Kinzo's death has been confirmed by the Red. I want to win by forcing Nachi to say that she's resigned. You think you figured out the truth behind Episode 5 with notion of Balor's birth being the whole thing behind Nachi's blackmailer? Oh? Elaboration? That sounds cool. I like theories. Theories are fun for Umineko. Like, fuck, theories are the best thing. What's better than a theory? An Umineko theory. Then why don't you try it? Show me what you got. Come on. My master, let us now achieve a proper victory. Of course. Natsui. You say that Kinzo is actually certainly alive, but you don't know where he is, correct? Yes, that's right. Father left through the window and his location currently is unknown. He's so troublesome sometimes. Lambda. I'm going to make Kinzo's location from midnight to the morning absolutely clear. From midnight until morning, Kinzo stayed in the same room. Oh, duh! He was a corpse after all? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's right, totally right! If Balor was the baby, this whole thing is an elaborate revenge plot, but it's Beatrice doing it on Balor's behalf, acknowledging him as the head. With the gold already in hand, she approached Balor and the siblings, basically setting up an episode 4 scenario, but with the intent of tormenting Natsuki, with her secretly working behind the scenes and murdering Kraus. I feel like George and Jessica would both be up for that. Maria would definitely be up for it too if it's Beatrice suggesting it. I'm not so sure about Balor though. I feel like Balor wouldn't be up for it. I feel like you'd have to do this entire thing behind his back too. You'd have to work with everyone else, and Balor has to be basically an innocent, I feel, is the one difference I'd make. I won't butt in. Sounds interesting, so keep going. And of course, Rose and the siblings need the money, so obviously they can be in on it. Yeah. Kraus's death, though, is like... I guess in my case, I'll say this. Kraus's death is a bit too much. You know? Like, I think despite everything, Balor would never want to have any of his family members killed. I'm, like, almost certain of that. It's possible they don't know about Kraus's death. True, if that's something like Beatrice did alone. Yeah, and you just said that. Okay. Interesting. I like your theory. It's not bad. And considering how much... Beatrice cares about Balor, I can see it. My only issue becomes this is supposed to be a game without love, and that entire thing kind of, like, goes for love, doesn't it? So I'm not quite sure about that. From now on, I will use the word Kinzo to mean a living Kinzo. After all, Natsuki claims he's alive. I'll say more with the red truth. Kinzo does not exist anywhere outside the mansion. Isn't that right, Erika? With Balor's an accomplice instead of a detective, you can make the argument that the game lacks love. Yeah, that's not an unreasonable argument. I definitely agree there. And obviously, with what Erika's about to do, she's gonna make herself into a position where she cannot solve the mystery. Essentially, as we were saying last time, by confirming that Kraus died not long after the phone call, and that Kinzo never was alive, you end up with the situation of the bodies can only have been moved by magic. Which, you know, it doesn't, like, oh no! Nazi killed them! Oh, but then she had the help of a fucking witch named Beatrice to help move the bodies. It's like, yeah, I'm quite sure that means Erika would lose this match if she had to admit that. So, as it stands, like, yeah, oh, the human did the murders, but she had the help of a witch. Confirmed, magic true then, and Erika would fucking probably have a breakdown, which I'm hoping we can see. Yes, my master. I searched for Kinzo all over the premises outside the mansion. However, I was unable to find him. The most cruel thing about the present game is that the Witcher's determining not to the hell of it, knowing that Kinzo's dead and can't have been moving the body, so clearly Erika's wrong. Yeah, there's no way for Erika to be right. I'm not sure, I honestly don't know if Erika's realized she's fucked. I don't think she's realized she's fucked completely and utterly. But I'm quite sure Bernie and Lambda do know she's fucked. As a detective's authority, Erica could find all clues. Therefore, Erica was able to find a hint that Kinzo exists outside the mansion. It was the same as proving that Kinzo didn't exist outside the mansion. Oh, that's fucking meta bullshit. She's technically correct, the cruelest form of correct. Yep, absolutely. Also, wow, what a fucking meta bullshit. It's like, well, I didn't find the clue, so the clue doesn't exist, so that means this. It's like, wow. Wow, how the fuck is under the help of a witch? Wow. Therefore, Brinka said repeat the truth of Erica's. Wait, was the Maki part Erica looking around outside the mansion for Kinzo? You know, I suppose that could be the case. Wouldn't be out of character. Kinzo does not exist outside the mansion. Because that is bullshit. Which part about Erica is bullshit in the detective role? Because currently the detective role seems to be a overpowered piece of shit, frankly. So, Natsui. That means that if Kinzo exists, he must be somewhere inside the mansion. You have an idea where Kinzo might be hiding? How could I know? After all, think of the weather. After going out in the corridor, it would not be surprising at all. If he hid somewhere in the mansion to escape the rain. I'm gonna repeat the same question several times during this process. I'll give you many chances to go for an honorable surrender. If you stubborn, you'll lose even your true honor. Schrodinger's Kinzo. Ah yes, Kinzo. He is alive, dead, in and outside the mansion, and also buying fruit at the grocery store, all at the same time. No matter how you threaten me, I will not give up. Oh, this is not gonna be good. I just love teasing pieces like you. Then, let's keep going. For these reasons, it's unthinkable that Kinzo-san might be somewhere outside the mansion. Following that, we performed an extensive search of the third floor where the study is. However, there was nowhere he could have been hiding. We didn't catch any trace of data on the third floor. So then, where is he, Natsui? I don't know. If he isn't on the third floor, perhaps he's hiding in the basement? Ah, yes, the basement. We searched all that suspicious basement, including the boiler room, the underground storeroom. Yes, I searched too. I didn't see Father anywhere. I'll ask again. Where's Kinzo-san, Natsui-san? In that case, he was probably on the first floor or the second floor. I see. Process of elimination does tell us that, doesn't it? It is pretty funny though, because if the Roads are conspiring, they're all just laughing at Erica for being a total fool, making their job of framing and pressuring not so easy. Wait, you just realized Natsui doesn't know about Kuwadorian. She possibly doesn't, yeah. Quite something, huh? But also, yeah, what a fucked up thing. If everyone's conspiring here except for Erica and Natsui, this is just fucking bullying. Like, God, everyone's shit then. Very, very shit. Oh, I guess we already realized that was probably the case. We then thoroughly searched the first floor. And the result? Nope. We were unable to find father. I mean, at the start of the episode, they literally got together and were talking about Kinja. This could be an execution of the plan. Not absurd. Not really all that absurd. I'll ask again. Where was Kinzo-san, Natsu-san? Then he was probably hiding on the second floor. As his Lambda is running this, so it's just as late, she decided to switch sides and bully Natsuki the hell of it instead of trying to win. Yeah, that's not ridiculous for Lambda. How should I know where father is hiding? Are you sure about that? I think you very well know where Kinzo is hiding. Madame knows where master is. I was hiding. That's impossible. That can't be true. Both Shannon and Ken knew that Kinzo was no longer alive, so they didn't have a clue how Erika was planning to corner Natsuki. Forgot I was streaming tonight for a minute? Ah, you forgot about Umineko. Sin. Damn, that's your sin then. I hope you remember it when I ask if you will apologize later on. Don't worry. Using a fan of a person who didn't exist. Oh yeah, has Erika addressed Shannon and Ken? I think she has. I think she has. He didn't forget about Umineko, just me. Okay. Kinzo is nowhere outside the mansion. Kinzo isn't on the third floor. Kinzo isn't in the basement. Kinzo isn't on the first floor. Therefore, the only place Kinzo could obviously exists is the second floor. I accept that, Red Truth. Natsuki? Kinzo be somewhere on the second floor. Will you still not tell us where he's hiding? No matter how many times you ask, who change the fact that I don't know? Erika. Starting from investigate this entire second floor, starting from one end and going in order. Use the detective's authority, avoid missing a single clue, and to see through all types of doors and hidden rooms. Yes, my master! Natsuki-san, you're quite slow, aren't you? Can you still not see where this is going? Ah, shit. Should we just take it as a general thing now? That if one of the witches laugh, it's not a good thing? Besides from potentially, like, besides from possibly, Beto? No need to give it away. Come on, Erica. Take it everyone with you and begin the investigation. I think my face is broke. Again. I need to fucking memorize it. Ooh, you know what? I could probably fucking like that. Apparently not. Hold on. If I just move that over there. Hey. That's pretty good. Oh, cool. If I do that, I can actually see when things break. Nice. Erica could use her detective's authority to take everyone, even Natsui. Actually, I should move it like that, so that way. Even Natsui, up to the second floor to search everywhere, starting at one end. Even rooms that were thought to have nothing at all to do with the crime, Erica did not relax in her search in the slightest. Her search was thorough in every single room as they moved through them all. So, you still won't tell us where Kinzo-san is hiding? Stop saying that! How many times have I told you that I don't know? Natsuhi-san? No matter where we search, we won't ever be able to find Kinzo-san, will we? Of course not. Kinzo doesn't exist. No matter how long the search continues, it's just a waste of time. This is known by both Erica, who was the witch's piece, and Natsui, the one who knew the truth. In that case, the search will end at the room at the far end of the corridor. In other words, it will have been proven that Kinzo was in any of the rooms except that one. What do you think will happen? He isn't on the third floor, or the first floor, or the basement. And he isn't in any rooms on the second floor except possibly the one at the end. Am I missing something? Why would he have to be at the... okay, I think I'm missing something here. Why would he have to be at the one at the end? I feel like I'm missing something. Why would that be the case? Anyone want to inform me? Because I'm feeling extra dumb right now. Like, why would it because it's the last room they have not checked. So, what? They just won't check the room? They'll be like, we're not gonna check the room, and it's just like Kinzo isn't there either. Oh, well, guess... Like, is that... Oh, okay, so, like... Fine, I guess. Strange, but... No, yeah, no, I'm just gonna say it's strange, okay. So he really did exist inside the mansion. And proving that he could not be in any room except for the room at the end. In other words, this was Hempo's Raven. Because it had been established that a living Kinzo didn't exist anywhere except the final room at the end of the corridor. God, you battled because your confidence has fled from you. That's hilarious to see. That only meant that the living Kinzo exists in the final room. And that room at the end of the corridor was... Which room was at the end of the corridor again? Man, Madoto was munching another refill of popcorn.
That's the Nazis' room, Lady Lando Delta.
In other words, Kinzo had no place to hide except inside Natsu's room. Do I need to say it in red?
Of course!
Kinzo does not exist anywhere outside Natsu's room.
Well then, that means his room is the only place left. Another thing we have learned, that Kinzo-san isn't anywhere outside this room. But this is my room. Where exactly in my room do you think Father is hiding?
Same, Victor, same. I feel a bit out of the loop right now. In a rage, I'm going to unlock the door to the room and point inside. Of course, Kinzo is nowhere to be seen. Do you see Father anywhere in here? Look!
Yes, it seems as though he isn't here. You think he realized we're coming and escaped out the window again?
Kinzo was in the last room meant that he didn't exist anywhere. There's no living Kinzo outside the mansion. There's no living Kinzo inside the mansion. Therefore, no living Kinzo exists. However, Erica didn't make that argument. She had brought the things to this point, but she didn't make it checkmate. It was because Brinkaso didn't want to win by courting Natsu with the red truth, by forcing Natsu to admit into a humiliating resignation.
I've not only been searching Kinzo-san himself all this time. I've been looking when he found out all that Kinzo-san hid in these places between midnight and the morning. And no such signs have existed. In other words, we know from midnight until morning.
And actually, I'm thinking about it, is this game involved any of the Chen and George, Ken and Jessica stuff? I don't think it's involved it at all. I think that's been left out entirely this time. Which is a little bit interesting, certainly. A little bit interesting to think about.
Kinzo was always holed up in the same room. And that was Natsu's room.
It means the checkmate of red truth has finally trapped the piece known as the delusion of Kinzo inside Natsu's room.
So, Natsu, this means you were with Kinzo in this room until morning. Do you still claim that you didn't know where he was? I'll not do with the red truth. The entire duration of the night between midnight and morning. And then Kinzo could not have existed anywhere outside Natsu's room. Based on this truth, I permit to continue the debate on the assumption that he could have only existed in Natsu's room.
Plus, plea bargain. Come on, Natsui. Even someone as sweet as you must have realized the fixture, and now. This is your last chance. Make Kinzo the culprit. And crush... Call the Ashurama family head a criminal and crush the head's honor to save your own skin. You show that you have the guts to do that. I'll change the plot into one of the tragic heroine taking the blame to protect the family's head. Father is innocent! I cannot call father a criminal!
Deal refused! Okay, Burn, go and fuck her up! Do it!
For the entire duration of the night between midnight and morning, a living Kinzo cannot exist in any place except inside your bed. What? And? What do you mean by that?
After conducting a thorough search of this room, and detailed forensic evidence that I totally fucking have, but I don't because I'm a bitch, I discovered that Kinzo does not exist anywhere in this room between midnight and morning. However, your blood alone is excluded from this.
A shock silence. Are you claiming that Natsui fucking sleeps with Kinzo? Let me correct that. You are claiming that Kinzo sleeps with women? My man wouldn't fucking sleep with anyone but Beatrice. The fuck you're on about? Unbelievable. No. Impossible. Can you find a goddamn, like, can you find a fucking Beatrice cosplay set in her room? No? Then you're lying. Wrong. The shocked silence dominated the room. Natsui completely forgot to close her own mouth. Kinzo's sleeping with everyone not in a Beatrice cosplay challenge impossible. Yeah, Kinzo's so manly he only sleeps with Genji. Does Genji still have to cosplay as Beatrice? Probably. Almost certainly.
Last night, at around the time the goat was discovered, I estimated 2300. Kinzo-san escaped from the window on the third floor so I can do the bed in your room. And as an even more unfortunate result of my investigation, it has proven that you were also sleeping in that bed.
Hi, fool. You feel like the legit only person you would ever consider sleeping with besides Beatrice is Genji Lo. That man is dedicated to his fucking waifu. Or a kidnapped victim. Still unclear what exactly his relation with Beatrice actually was. I'll repeat that. For the entire duration of the night between midnight and morning, a living Kinzo could not exist in any place except inside Natsui's bed. And last night, Natsui also slept in that same bed.
Wow, look how close they were. See, we're so close to each other, each step sharing the same pillow.
Is it kidnapping if it's a war crime? Yes, probably. Blue truth. Therefore, we can conjecture that Ushiromi and Natsui and Ushiromi Kinzo had sexual relations with each other. Wow, you're really going there, huh? Damn. Wow, that's when a man and woman shared the same bed all night long. How dare you! To suggest that I would do such a thing with the father I respected so much! Yeah, gonna be honest, still don't know why you respected him in the slightest. Don't know why anyone would beyond his business sense.
I won't allow you to say such a thing. Natsuki! Is there a truth that counter this blow truth? Of course you're a witch, so there's no red that you can use. So I'll speak the red truth within in your place. If you can show me convincing proof. How could there possibly be proof of that? How low are you willing to sink to mock me? You vile creature!
Natsuki tried to attack Erika, but Eva pinned her arms down her back so she couldn't do anything.
Oh, how unsightly. I'll take revenge against the Ushomiya family. You first came to take control of everything the family owned. Oh, for that reason, use your body as a weapon instead of Kinjo-san.
I'm quite sure if everyone else on the board currently wasn't being forced to listen to Erika, they would all be like, Kinzo sleeping with someone who isn't fucking Beatrice? Really? It took 500... I remember hearing that mom had to drag him into the fucking room to fuck him. Like, you really think he's gonna do it for fucking this girl? Like, I'm quite sure all the siblings would be like, nah, that wouldn't fucking happen with Kinzo.
I would never do anything of the sort. I never give my body to anyone except my husband. I understand why you want to deny it. A testimony from several witnesses make it clear that he had his repeated serial meetings with Kinzo-san. I mean, even last night, you and Kinzo-san were all in his study when you went to say goodnight to him, weren't you? Like that, I have a team of pieces of testimony claiming that they were several clear traces of sexual relation.
Who the fuck said that shit? What? Okay, you've been pulling shit out of your ass before now, but that feels like you're at, like, what? No? Like, just straight up, no? What?
Are you insane? Who was it? Who said something so ridiculous? Goda? Shannon? Was it Eva-san? Yes, she was behind something this ludicrous. Who was it? Hello?
I'm now going for Goda first. You know, he'd be on first on my list too, so I feel fine with that.
I acknowledge receipt of the relevant party's testimony. This is pretty fatal.
Wow, you're not even gonna fucking say who it was? You're not gonna even say who the fuck it was? You're just gonna be like, yeah, definitely thing happened. Wow, how fucking shit. Shit. You're shit. You're shit.
No room for doubt now.
Hey, Natsui. Looks like you don't even have a scrap of honor left now. I'll give you one final chance where I weave you the worst of all possible fragments. Yeah, this is perhaps... Actually, wait, please don't... Victor realizing at the last second, oh fuck, I don't want those pics actually, they exist. But yeah, like, you didn't even list anyone who gave testimony this time, so I'm fine declaring you to have been speaking out of your ass in this instance, very much so. Say to me that there was no Kinzo.
Yeah, Nazi, you sure are stubborn. They sure have families already internal ribbons, right?
Oh, not a second. I gotta move things into why no, I gotta move my car into the darkness of the lake. Apparently, time to do that. But okay. Be back soon. Be back soon. Okay, I've come back with the pictures, guys. Okay, who wants to see the first? Who wants to see the first picture between Kinzo and Natsui? I got it right here. This is my final trial, entrusted to me by father, protecting the honor of the Ushiromiya family. My husband's business will definitely bear fruit. And we can use that to repair debts. I cannot hand over the inheritance of the Ushiromiya family. I will protect father's honor and my husband's. That is my mission. I protect the honor of the dead is an admirable trait. He's not one of the dead. We're talking about the honor of giving you delusion inside Natsui's head. Hiro Kinzo never once ordered Natsui to do anything like protect his honor. Oh. As Natsui screamed, she fell down to her hands and knees. She no longer had any way to reject the fake truth that Brinkistel and Erica had weaved. By my name as a Game Master Lambda Delta, I know that Brinkistel is the victor of this game. If anyone has any objections, state your name now. Come on, Battler. Of course, there were none. All those who might have objected have been erased. Well, guess there's no objections. You win, Burn, and what a win it was! I mean, you actually haven't solved all the mysteries, and there's still a lot of questions remaining. And currently, it looks like the witch does totally exist, but if I don't acknowledge it, it isn't a problem. That really is the logic here, isn't it? As long as Lambda doesn't question anything Bernie says, it's fine. Yeah, there is obviously a lot of mysteries here that could totally fuck over Erica and Bernie. But as long as Lambda doesn't question her about them, it's fine. You know, it's perfectly fine then. Now weave the fragment of truth. Sure. Then I will now weave the truth. The truth is this of the sad and foolish tale. The cat box is never open, then whoever speaks the loudest sets the truth. Although, what I really wanted was for Nachi to admit to her crime, so smiling through tears and then tell her own story. After all, that's the standard in the genre, right? No, not in the ones I've seen, actually, no. No, I think you're actually quite wrong there. Is that it? Is that the end of this chapter? Or... yeah, it looks like it's the end of this part of the chapter. Are we done now, or we're moving on to something else? Revenge after 19 years. October 5th in no time zone, apparently. After being forced into an unwanted marriage, Nazi developed a grudge against the Ushiromiya family and was filled with a desire for revenge. Trial summary, page 3. As revenge for financially ruining her birth family, Nazi also plotted to take over the Ushiromiya family's fortune. Trial summary, page 4. When Nazi learned that the wealth of the Ushiromiya family was for all intents and purposes controlled by Kinzo himself, She initiates sexual relations to curry favor with him and managed to ensnare him. Trial summary, page 7. Perhaps the most unbelievable bit here because it's fucking Kenzo. Burn Castell, documents page 682. To curry favor with Kenzo, Natsu repeatedly disguised herself as Beatrice, a witch and figment Kenzo's imagination, engaged in sexual acts. Honestly, I don't know how well she could pull that off for herself, but okay, go ahead. Kenzo saw Natsu dressed as a mistress of the past and was easily ensnared. Disney determined how to witness her in this outfit, forming part of the basis of the Legend of the Witch. Trial summary, page 8. It should not have taken to page 8 to say that. Senate evidence, number 17. Bring us out documents, page 802. However, at the night of 1986, 10:04, Ushurimi Battler discovered the hidden gold. Natsu planned the crimes that the Rodas raised a fuss and insisted that Battler should succeed the headship. She murdered the children in the cousin's room and tried to frame Battler for the crime. Furthermore, Genji was murdered because he was opposed to the scheme. Later on, Hideyoshi was also murdered. At this point, Natsu displayed strong intent to murder all those involved without discrimination. Trial summary, page 27. Selling materials, B, page 61. Burn Casello documents, page 1103. The concrete details of the crime are as follows. 1986, 10:04, 2400. Natsu decided to commit the crimes. Here's Genji refused to assist her when she asked, she murdered him. She then murdered her husband Kraus in his own room. God, I'm gonna have to fucking hold on. Gonna have to scroll up very far here, but I have a suspicion about the red truth. Shut the fuck up, Bernie. Where the fuck? Oh god, fuck it. Holy shit. Where is the red truth for Kraus's death? I feel like that might have included the words, he died shortly after the phone call, which confirms that a phone call happened, which is, you know, a tiny bit strange. Yeah, okay, so that's already wrong, and we know it has to be wrong. Because Kraus, she made a phone call. Trial summary, page 40. He died shortly after the phone call. Yeah, the red truth did include the phone call. Then, in that case, it's more or less confirmed that this is bullshit, because we know from the red truth there that there's no way that the phone call had to have happened. Which means that, well, she had to have had a phone call with someone, which is likely Kraus, but then she somehow, like, ran over to his room and fucking killed him? Like, nah. That's not quite believable. Bring us out documents, page 1105. Great Court Internal Documents, Library of Law, A09-9974. Afterwards, she went to cousin's room on the upper floor of the guest house. Waited for Rosa to join the rest and killed George, Jessica, Maria, and Rosa. She mutilated the necks of the bodies. Afterwards, because there were people in the downstairs lounge, she waited in an empty room upstairs. She entered this room until the people in the lounge dispersed and went to bed. Trial summary, page 41. Selling materials, S, page 10. Burning us out, documents, page 1131. Great Court Internal Documents, Library of Law, A09, number 9974. Leaving the lounge dispersed just after 3 a.m. Natsuki left the empty room and escaped from the guest house. She returned to her room where she met with Kinzu, who had been hiding there. They spent the rest of the night there together. Kinzu left early next morning and concealed himself somewhere near the guest house. Trial summary, page 41. Selling materials, S, page 29. Bring a cell documents, page 1200. Great Court Internal Documents, Library of Law, A09, number 9974. Afterwards, King saw his chance and carried off the bodies of 6 victims one by one, hiding them. Unfortunately, these hidden bodies have not been found. Trial Summary, page 42. Cellular Materials, S, page 37. Great Court Internal Documents, Library of Law, A09, number 9974. Natsuki, who had failed in her scheme to cast a dish on Balor, changed her plan to include the murder of all present. Trial Summary, page 458. Some of the materials, T, page 19. Burning Cell Documents, page 1348. Great Court Internal Documents, Library of Law, A09, number 9974. Praying that one of those present will eventually want to take rest in a private room. Natsuki concealed herself inside the closet in one of the guest rooms. When Hideyoshi visited the room at approximately 1300, she murdered him. Trial Summary, page 61. Some of the materials, T, page 26. Great Court Internal Documents, Library of Law, A09, number 9974. Natsuki once again concealed herself in the closet from time the others became aware of the incident at the time that she carried out Hideyoshi's body. Why is this chapter named Revenge After 19 Years? Furthermore, as proof of this, a button from Natsuki's clothes were found in the closet. Afterwards, she exited the closet and tried to return to her own room. However, Furudo Erika discovered her on the way and Natsuki confessed to her crimes after questioning. No. No. Fucking no. Definitely not. The fuck this come from? Lies and blatant lies. Holy shit, what the fuck? Oh god, it keeps going. Great Court Official Notice number 01724434. Trials of Illusions number 0147-007982 1986-1005-2400 decides as follows. Ushiromi and Natsuki confessed to the crimes. For a period of 30 months following the announcement, related documents to be perused at the Great Court Legal Office's Direct Document Management Center for subsection. Great Court Deputy Attorney General, Chief Inquisitor, Delano A. Knox. Then just say that I did it, okay? That's what you want me to say, right? As though she had given up and decided that it would be useless to try and talk her way out of this any longer. And Natsuki said that and screamed. It was a sad incident. I want to believe that, despite the pitiable circumstances which led her to marriage and the Ushiromiya family, and Natsuki had been able to find some measure of small happiness with Uncle Kraus and Jessica. Instead, Natsuki's own hand, Uncle Kraus, and even her beloved daughter Jessica have been heartlessly killed. It was even hard to believe that grandfather had been accomplice and hid the bodies. However, several people giving clear testimony that grandfather's mental state for these last 2 years have been far from what anyone could consider normal. Perhaps possessed by mad devotion to the mistress he had lost long ago, grandfather might have truly believed that Aunt Natsuki was a reincarnation of Beatrice. Where's grandfather now? Like Erika theorized, did he really believe he could revive Beatrice by carrying out murders following the epitaph? Has he come to Natsuki's cajolery? Right now, is he holding some kind of disturbing ritual with the bodies he carried away? Are you satisfied now? Is what you wanted me to say, right? And Natsuki sobbed as she spoke. This is your revenge, isn't it? You, the man from 19 years ago. The man from 19 years ago that Natsuki kept mentioning was the man who had supposedly framed her. However, referring to a man from 19 years ago was as far as she would go. Has he made attempt at all to explain what actually happened back then? I'm certain that man is among us right now. I'm sure that right now that man is drinking me through one of you. So tell me, are you happy now?
19年間あなたを災んだ痛みと苦しみを少しは言えましたか
Oh shit. Oh shit, that went down the wrong go. Okay. Not dead yet. Holy shit. Has a little of that pain and suffering you've endured for 90 years gone away? I finally understand. The reason you brought me down in this point is because you want to make me admit it, right?
認めさせたかったからですね。夏日さん。
Natsuki-san? After Natsuki, there's actually no one here. Please stop this insanely desperate charade and quit pretending that someone who doesn't exist actually does.
You're one to talk about that shit. Erica laughed mockingly, but as Aunt Natsuki looked at us, no, she looked at some being behind us. She hung her head and shook. Then she confessed her sin. I committed murder.
So, you finally admit your crime directly.
No! This is not about what has happened today and yesterday. I confess to a murder that occurred 19 years ago. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. The oats all whispered together, wondering what this was about. Because they had never really heard about a murder case 19 years ago. So, I guess we're gonna get filled in on the details of what happened that day, because the details we got so far were, like, really vague. So I'm curious what she's gonna say. 19 years ago, I committed a sin. I couldn't tolerate it. That baby.
Baby? Now what are you talking about? That isn't the crime!
On that day 19 years ago, Father entrusted me with a baby. Since I was having so much trouble seeing successor, Father told me to adopt a child. He brought me a baby which he said was a welfare institute. He put it in my arms. Honestly, if the man from 19 years ago turns out to be Balor, that is going to be such a coincidence in some ways. Mostly in the fact that Angie and him look really similar. Like, incredibly similar. Like, come on. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Disowned children. Is Balor... You know, when I think about it a bit more, it's not actually all that impossible that Balor is a child of Kire's, just like an illegitimate child she might have had and abandoned. That isn't actually all that insane. Huh. Because she was in a Yakuza family before then, so... Do you have any idea how humiliating that was to me as a woman? With a mix of conflicting emotions of anger, sadness, regret, and possibly defiance. And Natsuki confessed. The humiliation as a woman that others had given up hope on her ever bearing a child. And also the innocent little unpleasant feeling being made to nurse a strange baby. It caused her great sadness and rage. And before very many nights passed, it ate a hole into her heart.
そして私は
And then, I sold my soul
に売り渡したのです
to demons.
あれは赤ん坊を
Happened when I went on a walk through the rose garden in the harbor, along with a servant holding the baby.
船着き場の方を散歩に行った時でした
A fucking second interrupt? Really? Oh, god damn it. I really did. Fuck, I wanted to. We're getting. God damn it. We're in such a fucking good moment, and I have to fucking stop to move a goddamn car again. God damn it. Fucking make it be decisive. For fuck's sake. Be back hopefully soon. God damn it. Okay. Let's hope I don't get interrupted again. Okay. I wanted to be alone. The servant woman holding the baby faithfully followed me everywhere. I was unable to even tell her to stop following me, as we were unable to escape from the child's crying. That day, marked in the beginning of 19 long, headache-filled years. Then we were by the fence overlooking the cliff. If by taking that baby and throwing it down onto the rocky beach far below me, I could make all of this go away. I really did hear that demonic temptation in my ear. And for this moment, I thought how wonderful it would be if I really could do that. And let my ear to that temptation. And that was when the baby stepped on a large rock, twisted her ankle, and staggered. She leaned against the rough fence, and at that moment I thought I heard the fence crack loudly. I told her to look out and went to grab her shoulder. No, I shouldn't be so vague. I'll repent. I'll confess. At that moment, I'm sure that as I told her to look out, with both hands, I reached for that servant's shoulders. With a thud, I pushed her away hard. The rough fence snapped from the base, and the servant, along with the baby held in her arms, fell down towards the rocky beach below. Even though I remember that moment vividly, for some reason I vaguely recall a very strange feeling. It almost felt as though instead of falling, the two of them were suddenly swallowed up into empty space. Wait, what? So I never heard the sound of them crashing to the rocky... Wait, what? That changes a couple things. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay then. Woo. No, I must have heard it. Because I wanted to think that they'd simply disappeared. I was erased that sound from my memory. And then? For an instant, I thought it was a dream. It was high enough that I couldn't see the two of them below by just leaning over. Depends if there's a few seconds earlier had actually happened or not. I was been wishing so strongly that child would fall from there. That I hallucinated the whole thing.
Trying to make myself believe this, I hurried back to the rose garden. I decided to say that I left the baby with the servant. I've been taking a rest alone in the garden. Then, Father asked what had happened to the baby. It caused a stir over the disappearance of the servant who had left the baby with. Eventually, the broken fence was discovered.
Oh, she stopped? And the two corpses were found at the bottom of the cliff. The baby's origins apparently couldn't be made known, so its existence was hushed up. The story was that the servant simply died in an accident alone. Well, shit.
That's right. I stole away 2 innocent lives in one go. As for the poor servant, her family was generously compensated. It was enough to satisfy her aged husband who grieved over the unfortunate accident. He never knew the truth.
Well, that feels important.
Then, just a few years ago, he died of old age and confessed the truth over his grave, apologizing. But to this day, I have never apologized to that baby. Yes. That's what you're after, isn't it? So right here, right now, I'll confess to my crime. I, Ushiromiya Natsui, did 19 years ago push you off a cliff and try to kill you. But you didn't die after all. You're still alive. You still call me mother.
There are so many questions here. Jesus Christ, I feel like I need to take 5 hours to analyze this confession.
You came to this island, and you took revenge on me, didn't you? When you learned that you were pushed off a cliff by a woman you should have been calling mother for the past 19 years. You must have lived a life so full of hatred. And now, you've taken everything I've gained since pushing you off that cliff. 18 years of my life, and smashed it all to pieces. I no longer have my beloved husband or daughter. I have lost even my honor. And I'm being called a murderer. No. I really am a murderer, aren't I? Yes, that's right. It all went according to your plans. I'm now regarded as a killer.
Yeah, that's my same reaction too, Darkbit. Holy shit! So it sounds like Natsuki might have, like, actually tried killing a baby? Ho ho! Holy shit! I don't know if she succeeded, but she definitely fucking seems to have tried. Wow, okay. Holy shit.
How is this for you?
Yeah, Erica's just fucking here going like, but what were the crimes here? We're not really talking about that. Erica does not give a shit about this. Not in the fucking slightest. She wants a confession for these crimes. Tried? Look, I don't know if the child is actually dead. They say there were 2 corpses, but then it's a question of why the 19 years ago and a couple other things and blah, 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 blah. That's why I'm saying at the very least she tried to kill someone. Oh, I'm talking about the baby. The servant is probably almost certainly dead. How the family of that servant comes into the story, I don't know, but I feel like that's a bit too much of an important detail to just kind of wave off.
Is this enough for your revenge? My husband and daughter have been killed. I've been made to look like a murderer, like an adulteress even. After seeing me through such terrible humiliation, are you satisfied? Yes. I bet you're quite satisfied. Because my family, my honor, everything has been taken from me. After all this, you still claim that you were framed? Seriously, you just don't know when to give up. Can you hear me? You're the cursed baby from 19 years ago! Are you satisfied now? You've taken everything from me! What more do you want? Please, just forgive me.
Oh my fucking god. No good.
Huh? Battler-san? Did you say something?
No good at all.
Battler? Un?
Yeah, it's no good. It's no goddamn good at all. Is it actually fucking Battler? Is it actually fucking Battler? Is Battler the fucking bastard child? Oh my god, I need to go to the tea party. I need to be on the I need to go to the tea party. I need to go. I'm so interested. Why is Battle saying no goddamn good at all? What's making him say that, please? I need to know. All the goats. Every goat. Yep. Oh my god, this one's scrolling by so fucking fast. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Let's go to the tea party! Enter the golden witch. Fuck the fuck up. Yeah, a new element. The golden witch has prepared a gift. Yep, come on. Pope and Ryan, the sojourners, offer. I hope you will participate. Yeah, we will. Let's go. Erica, Delanor.
Yes, my master.
You can't. I want you two to stay in this fragment and explain everything in the remaining first through fourth games. That pitiful transient witch no longer exists to assert her witch illusions. This was naked truth with extreme prejudice.
Leave it to me, my master. There's no mystery that Furuno Erika cannot solve.
Of course. That's why you're my piece, my double. Her and Yasuo were massive and a horrible smile which Erika shared. Beatrice's witch illusions would disappear. Beatrice's illusions would disappear and the results of all the previous games would be painted over. It had been crushed in every possible way, and only the naked truth remained. To Erika, such a weak truth might as well have been a fish on a chopping board.
All 4 prior games, we explain aside the Nazis' crimes are freak exceptions. I'm going to talk about them as the crimes of some witch called Beatrice again. I second by and give that at once to present you a first-rate tale.
You mustn't leave a single fragment of Beto's Legend of the Witch behind. Rumors among the servants, the way people talk about unexplained events of the witch that caused it. The witch illusions used alongside the illusion of Kinzo. Deal with them all completely.
Of course! I'll get going right away. Can I have the furniture in custody? Hurry to identify their vessels.
The 7 Sisters of Purgatory had already been taken to custody. Those only sisters of Serbio now face nothing but denial. What sort of fantasy were they based upon which allowed them to manifest? Everything would be exposed and denied. Eisenrin Jungfrei have already begun its investigation. Our most recent findings indicate that there's a high probability they were produced during the 1960s in New York, or somewhere nearby. An aid has already been sent out to the location. The 1960s. The 7 Sisters of Purgatory were made in US. Even though they brag about being furniture connected to King Solomon serving a 1,000-year-old witch, they're a total sham. So, what are they?
According to the report, there's a group of big-time swindlers. They make money by selling high-priced imitation goods to rich fans of the cults. The deceived millionaires resell the articles with invented histories, and this may have caused the items to become falsely deified among collectors. We are rushing to find confirmation and further details. Ishimo Kinzo is apparently a big customer of theirs who pay exorbitant sums for the most blatantly faint objects. And that's what the 7 Sisters of Purgatory really are. That's ridiculous. A total sham, just what I expect from one of Beto's witch illusions. Weak to guns, Leviathan, please.
Ah, yes, weak to guns, aka, yeah, they can be broken like everything else.
So despite calling them the 7 deadly sins, actually cheap fake souvenirs. Of course. First time I saw them, I figured they were nothing more than paid sold at some shady souvenir shop.
You think everything's weak to guns, Victor? What? Nah, I can't. Nah.
Paperweights.
Let you find a demon that will reflect on? Oh yeah, that'll be helpful.
Have you confronted the 7 sisters with the truth yet? No, not yet. They still seriously believe that they were created by a great musician over 1,000 years ago.
Gary Makala? Gary Makala could be good. Good, yeah.
I can't wait to thrust the truth and perfect evidence in their faces. And let them know that their mere pay wage worth less than $30 US. I wonder what kind of expression would register on their faces as they lose all hope. I can't wait. Call me when you do it. I can watch with some blackest tea and driest plums.
Because which illusions have already been seen through, and been proven that every one of them was simply the result of a human fantasy. What kind of fantasies created them, and what was their basis? The illusion be confronted with this perfectly proven truth. And at that time, they would disperse like smoke and be completely annihilated. This was called execution.
An execution is not a show. As a general rule, it is not open to the public. This is an inspection by the great Lady Bryn Castell, member of the Senate. So she comes to the great court is performing its duties satisfactory. Do you, a mere inquisitor, intend to obstruct us? Yes, that's right. I'm deserving as a representative of the Senate to make sure you observe the proper procedures when you carry out your work.
Let's not bring Nastema here, if I'm remembering the guy correctly. Isn't that the one that's really dangerous? We shouldn't bring him.
We are currently preparing to take fertility of Ronove and Gap into custody as well. The Chester Sister Bureau Guards are conducting that investigation. Of course, after that is done, we will detain the next 3 Chester Sisters, who are also connected with Beatrice.
Eleanor, what is the true nature of the Chester Sisters?
We believe there's a high likelihood that their vessels are weapons used in the crimes. My senior Gertrude has formed a dedicated team. We are currently investigating their individual cases.
Weird, because we can be quite sure, actually, that, like, that's kind of weird, admittedly, because we can be almost certain that the 4th sister, 556, is, like, thanks to the 4th sister existing at all, we can almost be certain that, they're based off of the marching band, the rabbit marching band that, fucking Maria has. So, kind of strange.
シエスタ姉妹の書店も楽しみです。
Yeah, Rosa smashed one of them. Yeah, so saying like, what did someone fucking launch one of them with a slingshot at someone and kill them with it? Like what?
I'm looking forward to the Chester Sisters' execution too.
一人ずつ
Well, it just goes to show that they're far from perfecting their investigation. Yeah, definitely.
One at a time,
初めて一度に
or all of them at once.
ヤバの缶を
No one's stupid enough to empty the entire can of tea leaves in the pot at once. Not smashed in the good way!
一さじずつゆっくり味
Come
わ
on, when is Ballard going to wake up? Very good question. I want to see him. You gotta enjoy it slowly, one spoonful at a time.
まったくです。
Let's do their executions on consecutive days. One for each witch and piece of furniture.
一人ずつ連日の書店賞を必ずやお届けします。素敵じゃない。
Wonderful. After all, there really are a lot of them. Looks like we'll be able to join us those for a full 2 weeks. Maybe we could let them decide amongst themselves which of them will be executed first. Make sure you think something great for their execution concepts. I enjoy executions, both old and new from the east and west every day. The rules state that the method of execution is to follow the Great Court regulations.
Leave it to me, my master. I will most certainly prepare you a fascinating execution show.
I expect quartering at the very least.
Of course. I shall make a list of the highest forms of execution countries across the world from Europe to Asia, which were used by kingdoms east and west for nothing less than treason against their king.
I like Burrow's execution method myself. Hiring that will be a perfect way to relax on those sleepless nights. I'll come up with something with an idea and send you a letter soon.
Certainly, my master. Then we'll use Broncastello style execution in the grand finale.
Of course, the slowly hitting with spoon method. The longest and most painful one.
At the very end, when all the illusions have been broken, Beatrice's magic is completely crushed, I shall pursue them with the finest execution you desire at the execution of Beatrice.
Thank you, Erica. Thanks to you, it seems I'll be able to forget the pain in my illness for a little while. Put them inside a job bell and bring... Are you sure you're not detailing one of my... If I were to be executed, Victor? Like, that sounds like an execution method you would reserve for me. Victor, are you having thoughts about executing me?
You're just perfect.
私の駒、私の分身、そして私の可愛い娘。
My piece, my double, and my precious daughter.
Wait, is this Danganronpa? I think Bernie wants to fucking make this into Danganronpa. Oh shit.
Erica, I will give you an honor and a reward. Vito's great symbol, the portrait in the reception hall. Take it down, smash it to make firewood, bake a cake over that fire, and eat it. Then you have my permission to put your own portrait up in that empty frame.
Ugliest portrait in existence. Looks like shit. Go away and get rid of it. You have a portrait within a portrait. Go the fuck away. She has a portrait in a portrait. This is a bad portrait. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you very much. It is the greatest of honors. You will eradicate and erase Beatrice's name and all traces of her. So that is all finished, I already become the master of this sealed off Rokujima. By the name of the Witch of Miracles, Burn Castell. I grant you the rank of witch until that day arrives.
Oh, great. Does she have to be a witch?
From now on, you will call yourself Erica, Witch of Truth.
Alright, Erica's getting you set up way too harsh. She needs Balor to smack her down. Agreed. Also, Witch of Truth, my fucking ass. If you mean truth as in I fucking I said they were a fucking officer. I'm telling you, they fucking punched me in the gut 12 times. Really? Where's the wound? What? I don't need to show you that shit. Trust me. That's the truth. Yep, they punched me in the gut 12 times. I see we're going with that kind of truth, huh?
A witch of truth? Thank you! Thank you so very much, my master! I tried to work even harder so this honor is not wasted.
Even though she was nothing more than a piece. She's being granted the honor of calling herself witch like her master, only for a brief stretch of time. You're... Zane's trying to call the witches of chat to assemble to expel this fucking bitch. Understandable choice. Erica was so moved at having her artwork knowledge in this greatest form that she trembled. Delanor continued to aid Erica and report on her progress to me. As you wish. By the way, where's Lambda? She is over there. From the guest seating on the second floor, she pointed downwards. Lambda Delta could be seen beneath Balor, who hung there dead, run through by the red longsword.
Ushiromiya Balor. You're an interesting guy. He could have been so much more interesting. Oh, such a shame.
I think it was a wonderful way to die.
Erica, you can hang Balor's corpse in the mansion's reception hall. Next time I come to visit this fragment, welcome me in front of it. Certainly, my master. I'll make that first man to turn mine into your victory. That sounds wonderful, super stylish. Maybe you can coat him with a plaster and make a beautiful white statue. And it'd be better if you decorated him all cute. Yes, Lady Lambda Delta. I was trying to answer your expectations. Oh, and congrats on getting your witch promotion. You thought it's only temporary. Welcome me as a friend.
Erica was so overcome with emotions that tears came to her eyes. There's no greater pressure exists for a piece than having his efforts acknowledged by its master. In the end, I'd like to have a Beto stuffed too. Then I'll have her displayed on high in the reception hall.
Hey, Shirakaba.
The human hunting count. Oh, I just realized they're not dead on here. When did we get these? The red key, a weapon for merchants used by official inquisitor belonging to the Ritters. Delaware primary weapon. Unlike a normal weapon, which purposes to cause physical damage, this special tool is known as a conceptual weapon, and used to deny the existence of concepts. It is impossible for the target to use any defensive concept, whether physical, mental, or conceptual, to defend against this weapon, including such concepts as physical barriers, mental isolation, and conceptual inheritance. Because the weapon denies concepts themselves, even the concept of resisting attack does not exist. It is impossible for the target to resist regardless of the stamina. Similarly, all supernatural forms of persistence are also impossible, including transference, time reversal, recurrence, and inheritance. Because the concept denial conforms to the... Oh, fuck my eyeballs. Oh, they fucking hurt. Ugh, fuck. Conforms to the verdict procedures dictated by the Great Court. Any future concepts that employ supra-legal methods will also be denied immediately upon appearance. In addition, when the red key forms a complete barrier, no concept of evasion can exceed either. Defense is impossible, evasion is possible, and persistence is impossible. There are only conceptual weapons embodying these three impossibilities. Strict string by the Great Court of Heaven is required by the use of the red key, because this, the very act of dispatching down or arm himself with it, is equivalent to a death sentence. In this world, Senator Lambda Delta has placed restrictions on its use and power. The blue key. The prime weapon used by official inquisitors belonged to Aizen Zungtre. Like the red key is a gunshot weapon, but instead of denying the existing concept, it is used to create self-doubt and forces others to deny themselves. For this reason, it's called the blue key of reflection, in contrast to the red key of judgment. Unlike the red key, it's possible to invade and defend against it. However, while the red key has severe restrictions regarding how it can be used, the blue key can be wielded with great ease and used at will in all situations. Furthermore, because the shape of conceptual weapons is also purely conceptual, their outward appearance differs depending on their individual inquisitors. In Delaw's case, it appears as a long sword and a short sword, but some of them take the form of spears or guns, while others make them take shapes as phenomena such as magic or miracles. The red and blue charms would be like Gertrude and Cornelia, or yet another shape taken by these keys.
You know?
Okay, Duvie would fit in pretty well here. Yes, she would.
I read that back when I wasn't a witch. And how humans who obtain eternal life can become so cruel. I just found that strange. At the time, I honestly couldn't relate. After becoming a witch and living 1,000 years, I fully understand it. That writer could understand cruelty really well in the truest sense. Where to next? I guess we go off in opposite directions like always?
Only because I don't want to bore you.
Thanks, Fern. But you can be sure that I'll count to 100 and then start searching for you again.
You never let me get bored, do you? That's why I like you, love you. Let's meet again somewhere. Of course, that might be 100 or 1,000 years from now, or never again for all of eternity.
It'll work out. See, friends, it's time to get better. You love each other.
Dr. Lurie in the front of the dead body of the apprentice. Hell yeah. Yeah, totally hell yeah. Not, I'm gonna toss these two into a fucking furnace for a few minutes. The third man.
No, Children of Paradise, of course.
Each time you smash one of those countless fragments that glittered like a starry night. You escape the poisonous just an evening's worth of boredom. Even you would want to count the stars in the sky.
Oh, not bad!
The witches known as Voyagers travel across the countless glittering futures of possibility, and gobble them up trying to escape their illness called boredom for as long as they can. The tiny fragment created by the human known as Beatrice, now been gobbled up by the two witches, and had lost its glitter. The two had earlier called themselves rivals in front of Beto. Now stop that charade and laugh together playfully. Erica, the new ruler of this fragment, believe the truth and create the tale that leads to this world's demise. The next game was the sixth game, right?
Yes, it's a 6th game.
Decide the title for episode 6 yourself. After all, you're already the spinner of this tale, as well as its master.
Thank you so very much. Actually, I've already decided on one.
Oh, already? Then let me hear it. What's the title?
It is episode 6. Actually, I'd like to tease a bit, but I'll tell you. Come on, stop being a smartass and tell us!
God, do we have to play fucking this bitch's game? She's gonna be like, I made the perfect mystery, and then she left the fucking door open. And we're supposed to ignore the fact that the door is open.
A newbie witch like you shouldn't be teasing your seniors. Episode 6, Checkmate of the Golden Witch.
I wonder if I can get the second tea party done in time. I hope I can. Think I can get the second tea party done in an hour? Probably? Maybe? Yeah, but we'll be close. Oh, let's get right into it then. So where's this going off from? In the cathedral devoid people, a figure could be seen staring up at the heavens. It's just pierced with a long red sword, which pinned in its place to the ground. It was the figure of Balor. Ironically, it looked just like what had been done to Beto with blue wedges in the 4th game. Balor died quite some time ago. No, in this place comes to death means something except that one has stopped thinking. Therefore, in that sense, Balor's not dead. After being defeated and fight over the truth, he no longer had the strength to think of a way to resist. And so, he was dead. God damn it, Balor, you fucking gave up again? The other was massive longsword, which had been left in place of a tombstone. Fastened Balor to the spot even after his death. This was being lit by a faint light seeping out of a high skylight. Quiet footsteps rang out across the still cathedral. From the darkness down a pillar, a woman slowly stepped forwards. It was Beatrice. Her eyes had no light in them, and looked the same way they had for so long in the Gone Land. At the very least, you can say this about the Ushurmi is they die well dressed. Not wrong, not wrong. Still muddled over with gray. Previously, she couldn't even drink black tea probably without assistance. But now, though, it was slow, and though there was no life in her eyes, she was surprisingly walking. And with slow, deliberate steps, she reached Balor, who was still dead and pierced. Then, slowly, she touched him. She tugged on his sleeve. However, Balor showed no reaction. When she realized that it wasn't sleep, but death. And the witch with a forlorn gaze dropped her head even lower. Then she quietly whispered, You liar. Beto softly touched Balor. Then, she pressed her forward against Balor's chest. There was no longer any heartbeat. It wasn't just because he had surrendered. It was because the witches had banished him from the game board. So now, Balor would never return. So now, the young witch Beatrice had no more reason to exist. Thank you, liar. Goodbye, and I'm sorry. Oh, Beto. Oh. You fucking smug bitch. Don't go yet. Then, the Witcher task completed, scattered as a spray of gold. I'm fucking crying myself a bit, god damn it. Okay, what the fuck's gonna happen now? In the Golden Land, the gray rain can gently continue to fall. There's a faint aroma of good black tea. You stare blankly as it serves the tea. There is Virgilia continuing her knitting, along with me and Delanor talking to each other. This is a flashback. Flashback to memory of Balor's, which Delanor's sword might have given him as it pierced him. Flashback at the time Delanor kind of visited the tea party in the Golden Land. The same goes for me. I will not be caught unaware in our next bout. Perfect. I'll take you on anytime. Give me everything you got. You have my word. Everything I have. Delanor. Thought she was a ruthless killer dog without a heart. Maybe she actually is pretty approachable. But of course, neither of us will show any mercy when fighting on the game board. For a while, we gazed at the rain-drenched rose garden. Balor wasn't ready for everything she had. Yep, absolutely not. We quietly enjoyed our tea. Still, it really is terrifying. The way you fight. Nox's 10 Commandments, or the Decalogue, wasn't it? The 10 Commandments created by Delanor A. Nox's father and used in heresy trials. The first is forbidden for the Cobra to be anyone not mentioned in the early part of the story. Second is forbidden for supernatural agents to be employed as a detective technique. Third is forbidden for hidden passages to exist. Fourth is forbidden for unknown drugs or obscure scientific devices to be used. Fifth, not included. Is that the one about the Chinamen? I feel like that might be the one about the That's totally the Chinaman one, isn't it? Fucking hilarious. There's no good way to word that one, so I understand, but it's just funny. 6 is forbidden for accident or unaccountable intuition to be employed as a detective technique. 7th is forbidden for the detective to be the culprit. 8th, it is forbidden for the case to be resolved with clues that are not presented. 9th, observers permitted to put forward their own conclusions and interpretations. 10th, is forbidden for a character to disguise themselves as another without any clues. It's basically, don't be racist, you fools. Yeah, it sounds a lot worse than it does outside of context, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's very funny because it's like, don't be racist. Oh my god, that sounds so racist. The debate over the interpretation of the laws continued to this very day and has become the source of countless unfair controversies. Yeah, the one about not having the killer be a racist territory, that because when it was written contains a slur. Yep. While fundamentalists call infringement upon these commandment heresies, revisionists point out that many canonized geniuses have violated these rules. This fall back to the mystery genre, right? Yes. They are commandments conceived by my father. Hidden doors must not exist. That's Nox's third commandment, right? That means there's no need for detectives to even look for hidden doors. Sounds pretty ridiculous. Bringesso talked about this. So that even certain hidden doors was a waste of time because they're forbidden by Nox's third commandment. If you want to argue back and say it's so uncommon for a rich family's mansion to have a hidden door to build, it isn't so uncommon, rather. Apparently, you can get away with that kind of rule in the mystery genre. As an aside, there exist many wonderful mysteries in which hidden doors appear, where hidden doors are the theme. Like lock rooms are a theme for this game. Like they've come up enough times, so man. But of course, this is limited to novels which have the premise that hidden doors exist. Without that premise, hidden doors mustn't exist. So if that premise isn't there, there's no need to search for hidden doors. I think it's probably the essence of a ridiculous argument. I get the feeling that detectives are trying to expose the truth in an illusion, trying to mask it with fiction. Are getting blended together, leading to bizarre form of argument seem to Devu's proof. Making a locked room murder seemed to be accomplished by a witch with magic. That's fantasy. Showing that it was humans crime done with tricks. That's anti-fantasy. Testing all the possibilities exposed where those tricks are. That's mystery. And claiming that possibilities with no hints supporting them on worthy investigation. That's also mystery. Hidden doors, by definition, are hidden in a way that there can't be any clues. Claiming that hidden doors therefore necessarily exist even if the detectives can't find them. Be anti-mystery? That's enough of that. Sorry, I mean, it's too far of a digression from the riddles I'm actually supposed to be solving. My fight is very simple. I'm only fighting to explain that it was possible a human to carry out these crimes, which were supposedly carried out by a witch. So discussing about mystery and anti doesn't serve any purpose. I can't bring myself down to any particular interest in rules known as Nox's Decalogue. Do you dislike Nox? It doesn't work for me. There's something that's wrong about making it possible to deny the existence of all hidden doors without investigating. I think the problem with denying the existence of all hidden doors is, like, it's fine for the reader to assume there won't be hidden doors. I think that's fine. I think the problem is when you go, the characters in universe are like, no, there can't be hidden doors. Like when the characters are kind of like going like that and like, nah, we're not going to look for any of them. Like someone acknowledges whatever the hidden doors and someone says, don't look for them. That'd be a waste of time. There couldn't be ones here. It's like, really? You're just not going to look at all? Like, we take that as suspicious as readers. The mentioning of a hidden door at all in story is, even just the denial of one, raises suspicions. It's about as dubious as the devil's proof. Even though this would be the exact opposite of fantasy, it somehow feels like it's the same kind of argument. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That was the one who made them, after all. Hey, that no mind. After all, there are some who say they are nothing more than mindless fun. Mentioning hidden doors can be seen as foreshadowing for a hidden door in Nox's faux third. That makes enough, even if the characters deny the possibility. That makes enough sense. It's really the problem that, like, in the game board, essentially, Erica's being able to say, don't look for hidden doors, because she's saying, I'm in a mystery story. It's, the reason she's not looking for hidden doors is based on fucking, like, the fantasy elements. It's based on the witches and their rules. She's not looking for hidden doors, not because she doesn't think there are any hidden doors, but because she has it confirmed that there cannot be hidden doors. You know? It ruins the sense of the mystery, of like solving a mystery when you're not participating in it. Really, Bowser's been going about this wrong from the start. This whole game had been wrong from the start. He should have just been trying to solve a mystery rather than just deny Beatrice. Not wrong at all. Bowser's goals have changed as time has gone on, and I feel like mine has too. I'm currently up for trying to solve the mystery, and I'm still a bit stuck on some aspects of Beatrice, but I try and solve the games now too to try and like figure out like what could be the pathway, what goes on. Can I gain any hints about Beatrice from these? The Decalogue feels like something very arrogant to you, Balor-kun. To be honest, yeah. There was even every detective who said he didn't need to look for indoors because they must not exist. Everyone just started looking around on the floor to see if some of his screws had come loose. And Balor has the exact same problems that I have with it. Cool.
In that case, Battler, let us say we did away with the third commandment. In that case, what would happen to locked room mysteries? What if Nox's third command of hidden doors are forbidden didn't exist? You mean if hidden doors became okay to use as the solution to locked room mysteries? Maybe just proving himself once again to literally just be Balor. I do not mean hidden doors with hints or foreshadowing. I mean hidden doors that even the detective cannot find because, of course, they are hidden.
Problem is, Balor, unlike us, is one, connected to the characters on the stories which are held in back simply episodes 2 and 3, and 2, unlike us, he uses this as a real thing, not a story like us. Yeah, like, Nox's Decalogue only applies to the reader. If your Nox's Decalogue can't apply in real life, which is what these game boards are equivalent of anyway. The nice thing about the Decalogue rules is that it keeps you being stonewalled by Devil's Proof. Yeah. It's the problem. Like, yeah, you need Nox's third Decalogue in an actual mystery story to avoid the questioning of like, wait, hold on, I don't like. You need the reader to not have to be. It's more so like you could not have the reader should not have to assume that the possible solution is impossible to find. If a hidden door is never mentioned and then it is revealed the crime was committed hidden door, it's shit. The first 2 games were stories. True, but were they mystery stories, Darkbit? They were just things that Beatrice wrote. They don't have to be mystery stories, right? They could just be Beatrice killing people off because she wants to in a story. You don't need to have those stories don't have to be well written. They can be fucking nonsense. It could be like, yeah, Beatrice said there was a hidden door. Is there actually one? They did urge the readers to find the truth. I'm still of the opinion that was talking about something completely different. I don't think that was talking about the killings in the games. I still don't believe that. To find the truth doesn't mean it's a mystery. Yeah, what Fool was saying exactly. What Fool was saying exactly, like, finding the truth doesn't mean it's a mystery story with, like, in that sense. It's a set, like, it's kind of like, how would I say this? A story can have mystery aspects and people can try to pursue the truth, but that doesn't make it into a mystery story. You can have it be an adventure story still, and they're trying to fucking figure out how to solve the puzzle of the Alako Asuram and find the ancient relic of Zoaprom. But they have to figure out, like, the clues and need to figure out the locations. Like, yeah, that's a mystery to solve, but it's not a mystery story.
Balor-kun, you often fight by using Devil's Proof to propose an discoverable element X. That's what this is about.
That'd be horrible. Mysteries would just unravel with stories. There's no way of saying that those kind of stories would suddenly no longer work. It could be noir, a tragedy, all these involve mystery elements, but it doesn't mean they're fair play mysteries. Another good point. The story so far is never confirmed or stated to be a fair play mystery. I mean, I think it's not entirely an unfair mystery. If you're trying to tell me the individual game boards are fair play mysteries, that's up for great debate. I think the mystery of Beatrice is fair play, though. I think the mystery of who Beatrice is and her past and a lot of other aspects is probably fair play. But if the individual game boards are fair play, I don't know. No one wanted to try solving the mystery in the first place. If they knew the answer, it might just be an unforeseeable hidden door. You aren't first given some guarantee that no hidden doors exist. You don't feel like trying to deduce anything. Ah, I see. Nox's third commandment is needed. That locker room mysteries wouldn't even be worth anyone's time. If you don't feel like trying to deduce anything, what does that mean? Well, it means you don't even feel like reading to begin with. That is correct. Humans are weak creatures who cannot even think unless they have assurance that reasoning is possible. That reasoning is possible. In other words, they need encouragement that they can solve it if they do their best. That might actually be true. The same with exercising. If they're told to run 10 laps around the campus, you can tough it out. If you're made to run without even knowing how many laps it's going to be, you'll probably get tired out before you make it around 3 times. Same thing goes for thinking and reasoning. Depending on whether or not a problem is guaranteed to be solvable, the way we humans react to it changes completely. God, I'm just thinking about the fact that, like, I'm now just thinking about the fact, like, God, like, oh wow, solving mystery, people's reactions and stuff, and like, I'm just thinking about Trails right now and how, like, my reactions in there. It's like, yeah, after a certain point, Trails has become a case of, like, I almost stop bothering predicting stuff normally and just relying on instinct and stuff and tropes, because it's like, the hints aren't usually going to be paying off all that nicely. In detective novels, there's always a scene where the detective announces he's discovered who the true culprit is. Zane, I really do hope it gets better. I hope it gets better so much. At this point, Trio's pattern recognition works better than anything else, it seems. Yeah, which sucks. It's not fun just being able to recognize a pattern and go about it as much. That's a sign saying the hints have all been given in the previous parts of the story. I'm literally playing through the little worst one in the series. Damn. Trails tries to play the card full of, like, hey, can you figure out what the villain's plans are? Can you, like, figure out what's gonna happen next? It isn't a mystery, but the elements of mystery in it are usually unsolvable by traditional means, which can be very annoying. The twists and turns you usually aren't going to be allowed to normally foresee unless you just know the genre and kind of story it's telling well enough. So, dear readers, please try to reason it out. Huh. Always thought it was just a classic line. Never knew it had any meaning. To put it harshly, as long as the detective doesn't say that, even the most avid mystery lover who prides himself on his deductions won't feel like trying to solve it. The Ferris Play mystery was in Kotsu 1. We know how that turned out. Unfair mysteries that solely rely on tropes and conventions. God, that sounds horrible. So far, it really is. It wasn't always like this. Like, if you want to have some decent foreshadowing for a lot of stuff, go play, like, fucking first and second chapter. There's actually decent foreshadowing with a lot of things there. In the previous games, you were like that yourself, were you not? I'm gonna mention it. Maybe that really was the case. The fight against Vito began in earnest starting with the second game, I think. When Vito threw locker room mysteries at me at first, I didn't seriously try to attack with them. After all, I knew nothing except that the people had died in the locked room and the windows and doors were all locked from the inside. I had basically no hints, so I refused to debate on the grounds that I couldn't fight because the lack of clues made reasoning impossible. After that, Vito stared at me, didn't she? Testing whether I repeat that over and over forever in endless repetition of moves. At that time, Vito said this. The reason you encounter fools always stop thinking and then moan out it is a lack of information. If you're then given information, you start doubting whether information is true enough by denying the basis. Aren't those convenient? You know, my progression of reasoning objectives really have me a battler. I don't know what that's... Balor did a lot of scream complaining rather than buckling down, yeah. I don't know what it is about me and Balor being in sync like this. Like, I don't know, we follow the same... Like, sometimes I'm a bit further ahead of Balor that, like, we follow the same trails of thoughts. Like, when I started out playing this game, I was trying to solve the actual mystery. I was trying to be like, oh, why did someone do this in the entire rigmarole? Then, in the middle of episode 2, I decided, wait, no, I'm only trying to disprove... I realized I'm only trying to disprove Beatrice exists. Episode 3, I realized that I need to just... that maybe disproving Beatrice isn't always the best thing. Episode 4 makes me realize that I still should be trying to solve the mystery. Like, in many ways, I've been on a similar journey to Balor in how I'm trying to solve these things and trying to change stuff up. My reasoning and how I've been thinking about things have expanded as well. It's really fun. Like, there is no gameplay here, but I am enjoying myself immensely. And yeah, episode 2 is Balor's worst episode because he was so... he really did not want to blame anyone. He really didn't want to blame anyone he knew. Very sad episode because of that. Then she said she'd give me reliable information that couldn't be denied. And created the rule called the Red Truth. Only after we had done all that for me did the curtain finally rise on my battle with her. So, once I finally had the guarantee that I could solve this tale if I tried, that's when I stepped in the ring with her for the first time. Beatrice. She is a strange person. Mysteries are the only spaces where witches can live. And yet she herself began to give you the red truth, a method by which those mysteries could be solved. You could say the red truth is a hint Beto gives me, so I agree to compete in this war of reasoning. You're gonna have to make me play the Silent Hill game Ryukishi is involved with. Oh. The worst part is I'm actually interested because like his writing here has been really nice. It's a carrot. Being a hint is like she's saying, go on, try solving it. It's possible. An enemy which is guaranteed to be solvable can be called a true enigma. Isn't this almost as though Beto herself is admitting that she isn't really a witch? Well now, that does seem logical. She truly is a strange child. Fool doesn't trust most visual novel writers outside their genre because most of the time trying to replicate that X factor. That's an understandable feeling. Beto gave no answer. With gray eyes, she did nothing but blankly gaze at the steam rising from her black tea. My father created the Decalogue to count as a crutch for the power of thinking. It most certainly was not created to arrogantly insist on the way things must be. Crutch for the power of thinking. Yes, Nox is 8th. It is forbidden for the case to be resolved with clues that are not presented. This does not only mean that one must avoid making basic guesses that are not supported by clues. If you turn it around, it means that the one posing the mystery must present clues which lead to the solution. So in other words, if the story follows a Decalogue, all riddles must have hints. Therefore, it's guaranteed that finding the solution is possible. I see. So this is what she means by crutch for the power of thinking. If you can believe that's solvable, you start feeling the desire to have a go at those riddles. If you're able to believe that hints do exist, you get fired up rereading the story or search for them. I'll admit, it might have the power to encourage people trying to solve it. The Nox Decalogue is often thought of as a series of restrictions imposed by the one who made the mystery, but is also vital for the readers.
By using the Decalogue as a crutch, we are given the courage to use reasoning, as well as the willpower to reread the tale several times, in search of the clues we know must be hidden there.
Like the lid of a jar of jam, which is too tight and won't open. I will say, by the way, like, an interesting thing to think about is I never started, like, despite everything, a lot of the eventually for the aspects of this story, I didn't start solving them trying to like think of the mysteries of the story as a mystery story. I just started thinking of them as individual mysteries or questions to be answered. Who is Beatrice wasn't a mystery story. It was a part like the key to a mystery story. It was a question of who is Beatrice, to figure out motives, to figure out reasoning, to figure out why this is happening. It's kind of weird, but I wasn't thinking about it in ways that would be restricted by Nox's Decalogue because, well, I'm not thinking about anyone getting killed. It's like the lid of a jar of jam, which is too tight, won't open. Like Mom always used to say. You think you can't open it? Then it really won't open no matter how hard you try. Same thing happens in sports. They say that whether or not you have a strong injury yourself and believe you can win no matter what. As large as the records you set. In that case, Nox's Decalogue isn't really a set of arrogant and strict restrictions. You can also see it as a way to encourage readers who are trying to solve the mystery, telling them to give it their all, since it's definitely solvable. That's an interesting way to interpret it. I've heard that not every novel in the world necessarily follows the Decalogue. If you ran into one of those, wouldn't you feel betrayed? Even the Decalogue is nothing more than a single interpretation. It is not applied to all mystery stories. Though among fundamentalists is my father's work, it seems there are those who harshly criticize works which violate the Decalogue and call them heresy. There's no end of arguments like this in the mystery world. Is this or that famous detective novel a fair mystery? In other words, one that follows Nox's 10 Commandments? That sort of argument is already an internal theme of the mystery world. In fact, in mystery discussions, arguments like these sometimes become more heated than talk about the actual solutions. I can understand the criticism. Try to resolve mystery, trusting that follows the Decalogue and it can be solved. It turns out that was never made to be solved in the first place. I can understand how irritating that must be. That's right. When fighting with the Decalogue, there's one thing you want to be guaranteed from the beginning. And that is, the beginning of the detective novel would adhere to the Decalogue. If the work would label itself as an orthodox mystery, then you have nothing to worry about. However, the mystery genre contains many unorthodox subgenres within it. Does that mean trying to use reasoning in an unorthodox detective novel is a complete waste of time? Looking at it that way, it really does feel arrogant. Yes, I also find it extremely sad that my father's Decalogue has been used such as an elitist weapon. Do you like the main Nox's whole the theme as part of being part of that church theme? Because the dude himself was a priest alongside mystery jar, and the Decalogue was a way to create 10 commands for mystery. I think I remember that about him being a priest. So you just fought using the Decalogue as a weapon. Yeah, I just proved that this game mode of Beatles follows the Nox's Decalogue? When I asked that, there was a strange silence. Virgilia, Delnor, and of course Beetle all remained silent for a while. Almost as though my question touched the core of something. That is not something I can... That is something I cannot answer myself. Why? This is a game that this child made.
A game to determine a winner between you and her. She called it confrontation between mystery and fantasy.
Yeah, episode 3 was when you got into it. Episode 4 was when it all started to place with the revelation that Beatrice had the gold. Yeah, episode 4 was when we all when we all came together and were like, hold on, we think we understand this a bit more now. Like the aspect we all, like, I still find it really funny that the aspect that confirmed a theory that had been brewing in my mind and possibly some other people's minds since episode 2, that Beatrice and Shannon, or that Shannon, Cannon, and Beatrice are all the same person, snapped into place with one off line of those two are a pair. Like, that all snapped us all into place, like, holy shit, hold on a second. That's basically confirmation. I still find that fun.
But unfortunately, she has never called it an orthodox mystery.
A matching set, yeah. Such a simple line of dialogue that influenced absolutely everything we thought about. So I love it still for that.
That means you have no guarantee that it follows the Decalogue. But at the same time, Miss Beatrice has said that this game is a contest between you and her. That means there is room for you to achieve victory.
In other words, trying to say that it's possible to use the solution?
If you asked her that question, she'd probably say that it is.
And that, of course, made Genji and Kumasawa comments and Nanjo have been paid off, which more it seems that the trio keeps on coming up in events. Yeah. It's really interesting how, thanks to everything, we were able to create a secondary conspiracy level to connect things together, and it retroactively makes a lot more sense for a lot of the other stories we encountered. The only thing left that I really need for us to get full confirmation for everything right now is essentially asking the question, what does it mean to be dead on the chessboard? Whenever something happens, Nanjo, Kumasawa, and Genji. Yep. That is the one part of this mystery that I need an answer for still, because depending on what being dead is defined as on the chessboard, could mean that we end up with the possibility that people are still alive even while they're quote-unquote dead.
However, just as she is the challenger, and you are the challenged, the two of you are different creatures. Something Beto might have proposed thinking into itself is insolvable.
Yeah, Ark, the Harry Potter meme of why is it when something happens always newsworthy is perfect here.
May or may not be something that is solvable for you as well.
For example, let's say we pose a similar riddle that any Japanese person would be familiar with. Don't really see how quibbling about dead works for things that aren't furniture. I mean, let's remember that fucking, is Gap furniture? No, Gap's a demon. What? Oh, the sin? We all basically agree the sin is making a promise to return to... Balor made a promise to Shannon when she was younger that he would return, and that was the year, and then the next year he fucking abandoned everything because his father remarried, and he's kept out, and he's completely forgotten the promise he made to Shannon/Beatrice that he would come back, and, you know, things probably didn't go well for her, so, yeah. Yeah, Balor is supposed to be her White Knight, and he fucking failed. Nanjo really gave away the game this time with his Kinzo died without regrets line. It's clear that at least was there for it, and Beatrice appeared. Yep. Because we all agreed, unironically, that, like, there is no way Kinzo would die without regrets if he didn't meet Beatrice again. Which is a fucking wonderful thing to conclude. It's that, like, yeah, he died... He must have met Beatrice, because it's Kinzo. And to die without regrets would mean he had to have met her. That makes sense. The time period for Balor would be quite painful, not so great, so probably some memory session going on there. I wouldn't even be half surprised if Balor just happened to forget. He makes a promise offhandedly, but to that young girl, it meant everything. However, a person we're telling this riddle to is a foreigner with a Japanese English dictionary in their hand. It might be almost impossible to solve. I think you're talking about me. In other words, it's possible to have a one-sided solvable problem. This might be easy with a person here, but extremely difficult with the person trying to solve it. There is one thing, though, with Kenjo and that baby, there was his reaction to what happened. You're gonna have to specify, because I'm trying to remember now. But that baby. By the way, you know the foreign riddle? Why do dragons sleep all day? The answer is, because they fight nights. It's real from the English realm, so it might be a little tough for a Japanese person. For that reason, I cannot promise that this tale is something you would definitely be able to solve. However, I can promise you one thing. I will guarantee it with the red truth. You have to go back to get the quote? Understandable. God, the LP archive is so nice. I know it's a different translation in there, but it's so nice to have the LP archive just to be able to quickly go through this entire fucking story. What? Beto wanted you to solve it. So she created this game and the riddles of this tale to be solvable. That alone I will guarantee you with the red truth. It was the one guarantee that all those who try to use reasoning desire. I do not know whether the answer will be right by following the decalogue my father created. Something about it keeps eluding him, probably reference to Beatrice. You know what? If that's the case, that supports my fucking Beatrice raising theory. Right? If you guys were referring to that, then that I might have forgotten about that because I'm so keen on my fucking Beatrice replacement theory that like I might have just not registered it as anything new. And like I'm so certain of it at this point because it's fucking Kinzo, and it just seems right. However, if you run into a tight spot and want to compass for your reasoning, please try using my decalogue if you remember. It might give you renewed courage and possibly even some new discovery. Thank you. Yeah, the kid was a Beatrice to him. That would make Balor Beatrice. I don't think that's right. Maybe, maybe not. I'd also admit that I'm still on the. I don't think Kinzo would care about their gender. I legitimately think Kinzo would give less than 2 craps about a person's gender when he's that deep in. He would, if he has a feeling that someone could be a Beatrice, he will try everyone to try be Beatrice reincarnation. Gender be damned. You could be Beatrice. Thank you. I'm truly stuck with thinking about your fighting style. There's been no confirmation on if Balor's the baby yet. Not yet, but it doesn't seem impossible. There's an obvious candidate, but Shannon's age doesn't add up to it. Circumstances work out great, though. Oh, yeah, it would fucking be amazing. Are you sure it's alright to have an enemy like this? Pay that no mind. I came to this tea party without a gift. I hope you enjoy this in place of a snack. We already know how powerful magic is, after all. Yeah, if there's anyone who can delude himself into seeing Beatrice where there isn't one, it's Kinzo. And if you come face to face with me again, there will be probably no time to speak of something so casually. Nox's Decalogue with Virgilia's Red Truth. Beto wanted me to solve the riddles of this game, so she created them to be solvable. In other words, Beto thinks I can solve it. Isn't that proof that it's possible to apply logic to this? Of course, that's from Beto's point of view. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will be possible for me to work it out. You mean Child of Ku adoring Beatrice, Kinzo gives her Jinachi so she's raised the hair, almost dies, and Genji erased her via the God's house, then brings her back at a young age. I mean, I suppose it's Shannon is supposed to be 16. The child is supposed to be 19. It's like, it's not impossible. Like unlike the 18 to 19-year-old where you could not tell the difference normally, you might be able to tell the difference between a 16 and a 19-year-old. So it's like, it's not entirely impossible. I'm trying to think of that now. Like, if I met someone who told me they were 19, I guess it's not impossible. I could probably be reasonably believe like someone who's 19-year-old might be able to tell me they're 16-year-olds. They're a 16-year-old. I might believe them. And yeah, that is a line that I've been almost forgot about, is that they were taken to the hospital before they died. Brought up a lot in chat that she's probably the child of the Kuador and Beatrice. They would disagree with the incest theory. I am hoping the incest theory isn't right. I don't actually put much stock into it even, overall. Like, I don't think our current Beatrice is an incest baby. I think that the second Beatrice was... I think the second Beatrice that we saw Kuadorian was Kinzo's actual child. And that was his last biological child along Beatrice's line. Like I mentioned before now, when I didn't even know whether applying reason was possible or impossible. That one sentence might give me a great deal of courage and strength. At least it has the power of silencing any negative thoughts about it being just useless anyway. Yeah, you're leaning more towards my Beatrice Factory theory. The incest theory sounds like grim darkness for grim darkness' sake. It's not impossible, but I don't put as much, like... Part of the reason I actually don't believe it too much is because the timeline doesn't quite add up with that. Like, that's actually part of the reason I wouldn't think so. Unless the other party assures you that it's possible to deduce the answer, you won't try. It's almost like love between young people. Love? Yes. Unless the other person first proves that they love you, you don't want to love them. Right. With boys and girls, when you hear someone say I love you to them first without being prompted. That's the dream. They don't want to love another person until they're sure the person will love them back. After all, there's something as painful as one-sided love. And the emotional scars of a love that doesn't work out last a long time. Because they're afraid of that pain. More than anything else, they want to ensure the person will love them back. I see. That is an interesting way to explain the relationship between writer and reader in a detective novel. We know a few things about Beatrice. Kinzo met her during World War II and supposedly attained the goat at the same time. Yes, which is certainly an interesting thing about. Very interesting thing about, and I fucking swear, if Beatrice was has some kind of Nazi connections, I'm going to laugh so hard. Yes, maybe you can liken detective novels to that. So, generation-wise, Kuadori and Beatrice being Kinzo and Beatrice's child lines up well. Yep, exactly what I was thinking there. Imagine actual Nazi gold low. Again, I would fucking laugh so hard if it turned out to be actual Nazi gold. That is where all this came from. Both the writer and the reader. First want the other party to tell them I will solve it, or it can be solved. Until the writers are sure the readers will definitely attempt to solve their story, they don't want to write it. Same goes to the readers. Until they are sure they will definitely be able to solve the story if they try, they want to try to read it. They won't want to read it. Italians aren't technically Nazis. They aren't, but they were allied for the war, so... I guess maybe you could make the connection. Fascist code, truly the source of all magic. Because they don't want to write what they consider a masterpiece and hurt when no one reads it. Because they want to apply logic to what they consider a masterpiece and hurt when they realize it was all useless. By that argument, They're always interested that it's like love between shy elementary or middle school aged kids. Even though they are interested, they don't have the courage to reveal their feelings. So they wait uncomfortably for the other person to guess, and by the time summer ends, nothing's happened. Also, is anyone else feeling like this entire conversation about love is how Beatrice feels about this shit? Am I going crazy? Sometimes I even hook up with a different person. That's my first love was like. With these one-sided feelings, they can't crest the lament the passive summer, which will never come again, and the days of the youth ends. The writer who wouldn't write until he gained the support of readers goes for all eternity without releasing his maiden work. The reader who waited for the writer's rise of fame goes their whole life without knowing the joy of the mystery genre. Battler, you are so close. Yes, he is. It's hilarious. The only hope I'm 100% right is that's the vibe you're getting. Wait, what? Battler got cucked. Battler got cucked, apparently. Great to know. Battler-kun. When does this chicken or the egg type of shy love? Shan hooked up with George. I mean, that's probably not wrong, but when did they hook up with each other? Oh my god, when did they hook up with each other? I thought they hooked up with each other after Battler disappeared, but did they hook up with each other before then? Am I like that's why I'm kind of confused. I was like, I could have sworn he like. Well, I guess if Battler knows about the George and Shan, it was after Battler left, yeah. So I guess. No, you know what? This sentence still works in relation to Shannon, actually. He had just learned that his first love hook up with a different person. So you know what? I guess it makes sense to just... He didn't learn that until way after it happened, so... Okay. Okay. Reach the level where it progresses into mutual love. Well, it's probably gradual over time. There's a relationship between friends that you communicate with each other more. And they start thinking, I like this person and they like me. And when both of them reach the stage where they're no longer in doubt, then... Oh, I guess they probably just naturally become a couple. The best I've gotten so far is that relationships which start with sudden confession of love tend to break up more often. There's couples who never actually invest in each other but realize that they've always been together, usually stay together for a surprisingly long time. Shannon very definitely remembered. That was pointed out pretty clearly. Yep. Poor fucking Shannon. In other words, it happens when a relationship of trust forms where each person trusts the other. It's what you're saying. Well, yeah, maybe. I'm surprised. I was on mysteries are a battle between the writer and the reader. But maybe they actually aren't. Yes. They can only exist if there's mutual trust. A relationship with love. There is no love in this game. In this game, there is no trust between Battler. Between Battler and the Game Master, there is no trust in this game. The Game Master cannot be trusted, and the Game Master will not trust. Interesting. Then you're saying me and her aren't about to the death, but a loving relationship? Even the detective, she's just a mean-spirited monster, construct a trap regardless of truth. Yeah. No one's... there is no trust or love as it was said in this scenario. I guess that's what they meant.
Though it doesn't look like anything more than a pair of elementary schoolers bullying each other.
Now they're getting warmer. Balor's gonna fucking is getting closer to realizing that Beatrice loves the fuck out of him. Unironically. Virgilia joked at us in a middle-aged woman sort of way. And the romantic elements between George, Shannon, Ken, and Jessica are absent. Yep. Even the very notion that Natsuki could have loved her husband or her family that she had married into have been completely discarded by Erica. You can't prove love after all, so it doesn't exist. So, though I'm not expecting friendship or trusting relationship, I can accept her as a rival. He was fighting at full force trying to make me acknowledge that she's a witch. And responding to that and going all out trying to deny the witches exist.
You say that Miss Beto is fighting at full force. How can you be so sure of that?
More specifically, Balor didn't remember his promise, I think. Balor remembered how he felt, but he did not remember the promise he made. That's what I remember.
How can you be so sure of that?
I mean, you can tell by looking, can't you?
It is not as though she was reclaiming red that she was fighting you at full force. And yet, you have no doubt.
Yeah, even now in episode 5, he hasn't made that connection. I don't blame the man. He's not rereading his entire fucking life story over and over again like we are.
You're the one who said you would not believe anything except the red truth.
Look, that was a bit of an embarrassing moment. I was having a bit of a panic attack, okay? Like, please, let's forget about that.
This must be the stage where communication increases, and then you learn not to doubt your relationship.
Yeah, it's easy for being on an upper layer to near a piece. Yeah. Oh no, I've said it. I think even back in episode 2, I was saying like, when Balor was having his entire mental breakdown and stuff, I felt sorry for the guy. I wasn't blaming him for giving up or saying he was being a dumbass or stuff like that. I was feeling sad because I understood that he was stressed out. Everything was going wrong. He would have to blame his family. Like, I understood that Balor was suffering, and I felt sorry for him. That's what it takes as a reader to acknowledge that people can be like... It's a translation example. It means everything's Shannon, but with everything that happened with Balor and his mom and leaving the family, he forgot completely. Yeah. It's a really sad story there. Beatrice really needed Balor, but he just wasn't there at the time. And even if he had reasons for not being there, it still hurts that he wasn't there.
As you mentioned earlier,
Virgilia and Eleanor giggled together. One guy, but a win. Topic is love. Wait a second, isn't this the worst formation from getting made fun of? I tried a couple times to change the subject. Then he brought up more refined topics and attempt to return the mood to something more suitable for a tea party in the rainy going land. Oh, but each time Virgilia saw right through me and laughed. Here's a perfect sentence to describe the situation. He's incompetent but not guilty. That is very good, actually, yeah. I like that way of saying it. You missed this? Beto kept looking downwards with those gray eyes, staring into your black tea. Yeah, that's right. Virgilia and Eleanor gave me so many hints back then. Yeah, I barely thought about them at all. It's way too late now, but let me think. Now it's too late to change anything and I have an endless amount of time on my hands. Let me think. One more time, let me think about the red truth Virgilia gave me. And the crutch called the Decalogue that Eleanor lent me. With the red truth, there is a guarantee that at the very least Beto left enough room in this tale for me to achieve victory. That red truth guarantee gave me the power to start my heart beating once again. And there's the crutch of the Decalogue which Eleanor gave me. Even she began warning me that the Digalog isn't so almighty that can be solve all riddles. But even so, she can't describe it as a method to solve, no, to take on riddles. Let me try it. Even though there's no guarantee whether this tale is fantasy or mystery, let me believe that would definitely be able to solve it. That this is a solvable tale. A mystery, and let me make one last attempt. I think that's gonna have to be... Okay, he's thinking again. Alas, the time is up. Oh, I was so excited. This is so fucking good. Why is time passing? Ah, about an hour plus left, plus us talking about theories and shit. Oh, we're totally going farther. God damn it. No. Okay, guys. Okay. Cursed linear passage of time. Yes, very horrible thing to that. Okay, guys. Okay. Come Monday for fucking more of this shit. This shit's great. I love this. This is so good. Thanks for the stream. I'm happy you enjoyed it, fool. I hope you, if it's first time coming, subscribe and hit the notification bell. So wherever I'm streaming. I'm definitely going to stream this again. I'm really excited for Monday. Monday is going to be so fun. Oh, God. I'm looking forward to Monday so much now. Anyway, yeah. This first time, for anyone coming in chat, first time coming, I suggest you subscribe to the notification bell or wherever I'm streaming. If you like anything about the stream, leave a like and leave a comment down below. And share the stream around with you. Everything might be interested in getting their brain destroyed by Umineko. But until next time, I don't know how I'm gonna go to sleep now because I've got all these thoughts on my brain. Dang it. I'm gonna get up close. I'm gonna get quiet. And I'm gonna say goodbye.